There's a very famous saying, which is garbage in, garbage out. In the world of AI, unfortunately, what that will mean is garbage in and garbage out faster, because AI will go and find what you want to have the question answered or the data that you're looking for. But if that data is still wrong, then you still fundamentally have a problem.
Hello, welcome to Capterra's Guest Network series, where we talk to leading business influencers about how to work smarter by using the right software. I'm Niels Juist, and today Peter Taylor joins us to share common challenges project managers face when using AI and how they can avoid them. Peter wrote a book all about AI in project management, and he's also a keynote speaker and project management coach. Hi Peter, thanks for joining us.
I'm delighted to be here. Great topic.
So, Peter, Capterra just ran a survey of more than 2,000 project managers worldwide, and nearly half of them are skeptical about AI. What would you say to change their minds?
Well, I'm not sure I need to change their mind. I think a degree of skepticism is valuable. I mean, at this point, this is such a new subject, so having a skeptical mindset is not bad. But I think the other part of that is they do need to realise that change is coming. You know, resistance is futile. In this case, AI will have a significant impact on the project management profession, which is, the basis of the book I wrote. So I think nothing wrong with that. Be skeptical, be questioning, be challenging. Don't just take the first thing that's thrown at you, or the first answer, certainly, when it comes to AI. But have an open mind, I think, is to the heart of it.
You say they should get prepared. What do you mean with getting prepared?
They need to explore themselves to a certain degree what this means to their profession, to their job inside their company. This is emerging. It's becoming apparent fast. It's been emerging for many decades, AI, but it's become very prevalent in conversations and topics and thoughts within organizations in the last year or so. So I think it's a matter of, a little bit of time invested in understanding, investigating, talking to people, reading stuff, checking out articles, taking part in surveys, anything like that to give you some insight about what this may or may not mean to you in your life.
So some of the skepticism is driven by data quality concerns. In fact, PMs who use AI-enabled software tell us that's their greatest challenge. Do you think they have reason for concern?
Absolutely. I mean, it's amazing that we still talk about this, but in all organizations I've worked in, when you get down to it, there is variable data quality out there, and in many ways this hasn't improved. And I think the real concern is, and there's a very famous saying, which is garbage in, garbage out. In the world of AI, unfortunately, what that will mean is garbage in and garbage out faster, because AI will go and find what you want to have the question answered or the data that you're looking for. But if that data is still wrong, then you still fundamentally have a problem. And so, in my own organization, we have our own in-house methodology. That methodology sits on top of a knowledge management system or database. And we know that some of the reference articles down there in the deep there are somewhat out of date, are not the most relevant according to the progressions of the organization and our technology. So we're undertaking an activity right now to try and improve those, because we know, much as we want to release AI technology over the top of our methodology, we know that if we offer up something to our project managers and other users out there, and they just get in there fast and they blindly take the answer that AI will give them, then it could well be wrong. So we are doing our very best to clean the data up right now in that particular area.
So what should companies do to overcome those challenges?
Well, bluntly, get it sorted. I guess it's critical. It's even more critical than it's ever been. So it's about understanding, or I think it's about companies getting the appropriate focus on the data to make sure it is controlled, it is managed, it is cohesive, it connects, it is relevant, it is up to date. Anything you could do to describe that data kind of needs to be done, because there's no opportunity in the world of AI. it's different than the current world, in the fact that the humans get involved. They understand. Oh yes, that particular thing is typically wrong. There's something. Oh, I always remember that piece of data is out of date or inaccurate. AI is just going to blindly come in and go, that's a fact, that's a fact, that's a fact. And if AI then draws conclusions or even makes recommendations based on that data that is inaccurate, then the followers of that AI output take that as gospel, if you like, as fact, then decisions will be taken that could well be fundamentally wrong. That really is the essence of the risk that sits behind all of that data quality. So organizations need to take it seriously, and they need to start processes of actually cleaning that data up so that they can take the real advantage of what AI will offer.
Is there anything else that worries you about the way that some project managers are using AI at the moment?
Well, it's a worry in how they're going about it, I think. You talked to beforehand about the project managers who were skeptical, but there's a whole bunch of project managers that are perhaps a little overexcited about it at this point in time. And what we're seeing is, and I think this is quite common, is that a lot of project managers are going out there and getting AI technology and beginning to use it. I imagine almost everybody who listens to this has gone to ChatGPT, for example, and played around with it, and they're using it to various degrees. I use it on a regular basis myself. But when you're inside an organization, going and finding a piece of AI technology and starting to use it is risky. And it's risky because it's accessing data. It's accessing data that could be data that should not be freely available. A lot of the lower end, if you like, the kind of independent, discrete pieces of AI technology, you've really got to look very carefully about how they gather users and how they use the data that you're putting through the AI technology. The output may be magical, the output may be wonderful and offer you huge benefits. But in my own organization, we've recently pulled back where a group of people started using some technology. That technology pulled in more and more users, and suddenly there was a data risk because potentially some very sensitive data could have found its way into that AI cloud database or whatever, and that was risky, and so we had to pull back and lock down. And I think that's the biggest risk, is that enthusiasm can get you carried away, and behind that, organizations are somewhat lagging in their offering their guidance and support to project managers or any other AI user. And once they've offered that guidance, they've got to keep up to date. This is a fast moving world. We know this. So keeping up to date and offering in the moments the support that anybody who has a question at this point in time, should I be using this? Is it okay to share this? Can I download this piece of technology? Is it right I do the following? Having someone available that says, yes, no, I'll come back to you, but just don't do anything yet, I think is the right approach in this exciting but potentially risky world.
Are companies doing enough to train project managers on AI capabilities and limitations?
Not in my own experience, no. I think, again, I talk about them being behind the curve, that this has exploded out there. Although, if you look at the history of AI, it's been a long time coming. But in most people's perception, this has suddenly happened, and it's very exciting. And I think organisations are in many ways scrabbling to catch up, as are the kind of the governance organisations and communities around the world. Everybody's trying to catch up to get to a point where going, this is how you should use AI. This is the right. This is the wrong. This is the moral. All the rest of it. And so I think it's a matter of be enthusiastic, have an open mind, play around, but be very conscious, I think, of what the outcome might be, and challenge your own organisation to get things right for you and give you the support you need.
So what are the first 3 steps business leaders should take to train their PMs on the use of AI? You already mentioned some, but... Well,
let's summarize it, yeah. I think understanding that there is a gap. What is a knowledge gap right now? What is it your potential users need to know, and what is missing from that knowledge? That's the starting point, I think, of doing that. I think once you've got that, it's a matter of then of building the relevance and appropriate timely training to support them. And that training can be very, we're having a big move towards micro learning these days. It doesn't have to be a 2-day course. There's some great very short courses out there about AI, for example. So build the right and appropriate course that you can deliver and maintain and keep up to date very, very easily. And then finally, I think the last part is that kind of backstop. What is offering? What is the right guidance? What is the up-to-date guidance? And what is the support mechanism for people who want to get going, who want to start using AI to the benefit of themselves and to their organization?
Thanks for your insights, Peter.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And thank you for joining us. You can check out more of these interviews on our YouTube channel, so please like and subscribe. You can also follow us on LinkedIn and X. See you next time.